hurricane of lies is almost difficult to annotate.
It was a shameful and disgraceful thing to see, but I think that he is running on an explicitly authoritarian program.
I think it was a profoundly irresponsible decision.
That was Raskin.
The thing that gave me an actual feeling like I'd been punched in the stomach were the reports of the crowd. The treatment of the moderator by Trump was, in every classical description, we don't really often apply it to politics, abusive.
Listen to these idiots, folks. This is crazy here. A little more meltdown for you.
No surprises, and yet it was a disgraceful performance.
I'm not going to pretend like it was easy for me to see the former president get this forum tonight to lie to the American people over and over and over again.
I was wondering when he was going to be fact-checked in real time. I think we needed a chyron. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie.
What I didn't know was that the audience would be filled with his cult. I would like to know if CNN was passing out Kool-Aid before the event started.
You're going to have more fact checks for us because there were more lies than I could count.
I think we needed a chyron. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie.
And a Republican lawmaker is taking a shot at CNN as well for not being interested in the issues that voters care about.
Town halls are for the voters, not for the press. Not for the person who's the moderator.
That's right.
Caitlin spent more time interjecting her own viewpoints or her own views on the situation.
Those are actually facts.
Now, are you guys not going to interject your views on me, or do I get a chance to speak now? Who doesn't want to talk about inflation, the border, fentanyl, the debt ceiling, foreign policy?
Dana, what's interesting about it is we just saw Byron Donalds, the congressman, get interrupted by CNN on that panel, just the way Trump was interrupted.
This is the epic meltdown here. This is Anderson Cooper. He works for CNN. He is one of their top correspondents that hasn't been fired yet. And he made a really bold statement, and I think he's right on some levels, but it's also a sign of desperation. It's actually a little bit funny if you think about the whole situation. It says Anderson Cooper has an on-air meltdown on the verge of tears is what Benny Johnson says about him. Telling the viewers not to watch CNN after what goes on during the town hall. Says you may have the right to be outraged and angry and never want to watch our program again after you've seen that our company or the company I work for let Trump on. Just like that, folks. Let's check it out together. It's a couple minutes long, and it is glorious. This is the best part. This is the epic meltdown from Trump going on CNN. Let's see if MSNBC will give him a chance next.
Many of you have expressed deep anger and disappointment. Many of you are upset that someone who attempted to destroy our democracy was invited to sit on a stage in front of a crowd of Republican voters to answer questions and predictably continued to spew lie after lie after lie. And I get it. It was disturbing. It was disturbing to see and hear that person refer to a black law enforcement officer as a thug, an adjective he used many times to describe black men, and call Caitlin Collins, the moderator, nasty, which is what he calls any woman who stands up to him. It was disturbing to hear him speak so highly of QAnon conspirators and insurrectionists who assaulted police officers in our democracy on January 6th. And it was awful to hear him spread ridiculous lies about the election.
You hear the spin?
And it was certainly disturbing to hear that audience, young and old, our fellow citizens, people who love their kids and go to church, laugh and applaud his lies and his continued defamation of a woman who, according to a jury of his peers, he sexually abused and defamed. As good a job as Caitlin Collins did trying to fact-check him, it is impossible to fact-check fully because he lies so shamelessly. Now, many of you think CNN shouldn't have given him any platform to speak, and I understand the anger about that, giving him the audience, the time, I get that. But this is what I also get. The man you were so disturbed to see and hear from last night, that man is the front runner for the Republican nomination for president. And according to polling, no other Republican is even close. That man you were so upset to hear from last night, he may be president of the United States in less than 2 years. And that audience that upset you, That's a sampling of about half the country. They are your family members, your neighbors, and they are voting. And many said they're voting for him. Now, maybe you haven't been paying attention to him since he left office. Maybe you've been enjoying not hearing from him, thinking it can't happen again. Some investigation is going to stop him. Well, it hasn't so far. So if last night showed anything, it showed it can happen again. It is happening again. He hasn't changed, and he is running hard. You have every right to be outraged today and angry and never watch this network again. But do you think staying in your silo and only listening to people you agree with is going to make that person go away?
What'd y'all think about that, folks? I'm out of here. Like, subscribe, and share. Devoted Patriots, and tell me what you think about the ultimate meltdown from Anderson Cooper and all the above.
Your family.
Over and out.